everyone. I wanted to come on and give an update on my pregnancy. I am 26 weeks and 2 days pregnant now. My update's going to be kind of short, but I also wanted to do a pregnancy tag that I found on YouTube, and I thought that would be kind of fun to do for this week's video, since it is going to be short, because pretty much, nothing much has changed since my last update. I am sort of in nesting mode, I guess you could say. I've been cleaning a lot, everything around my house, things that I couldn't really get to when I was going through the severe morning sickness. And yeah, other than that, my cravings have went up even more. I've been eating a lot of ice cream, a lot, which is good because I love ice cream already. So I'm glad that that came back. And it's been fun indulging. I've also been craving a bunch of other sweets too, which I haven't really craved. I haven't really craved anything so far in this pregnancy. So pretty much this last couple weeks, I noticed I've been craving a lot more sweet foods. About 2 weeks ago, I bought a huge box of Pop-Tarts, ate them all within a couple days. I've been craving the McDonald's chocolate chip cookies all the time. So yeah, so that's good. My cravings are going up. The last thing that's changed in the last couple of weeks is my sense of smell has went up, which is weird because last pregnancy my sense of smell was up right away, right when I got pregnant, and this time around I thought it was up, but the last 2 weeks or so I've noticed that my sense of smell has really increased a lot, and I really like the smell of cleansers, so Clorox or simple green sprays, house cleaning sprays. I love the smell of it. And also my hand soap in my bathroom, which is so random because I don't know, I just didn't think I'd ever really care for the bathroom soap, but every time I wash my hands I have to smell the soap and smell it on my hands after, and it's funny but fun. Okay, so I wanted to get to the pregnancy tag. I'm hoping that I can keep it as short as possible. I don't really like making super long videos on YouTube, so hopefully I can keep it kind of short. But I'll just jump right into it. I haven't really seen the questions yet, so I'm just doing it, all right? So the tag is called the pregnancy tag on YouTube. And the first question is, how and when did you find out you were pregnant? So I found out that I was pregnant on the day of my baby boy's first birthday party. And we actually already kind of suspected that I was pregnant because I was late on my monthly cycle. So the first day that I was late, I kind of already knew because I was okay, I'm never late on my monthly cycle. So I was that's weird. But we didn't have time to check because we were so busy with the baby's birthday party. So we said we'll check after the party's over. So as soon as the baby's birthday party was over, we came home and I was extremely tired. We had been up since super early in the morning with setting up and everything. And of course you're entertaining people all day, so it's super tiring. But I pretty much knew I was pregnant and I just wanted to confirm it. So we went to CVS right after we got home. And we bought the pregnancy tests and I was pregnant. Okay, so the second question is, how did you feel? I'm assuming, how did you feel when I found out I was pregnant? Emotionally wise, I was super excited because we were trying for baby number 2 already. So I was super thrilled that the pregnancy test came out positive. And of course, if you've been following, you would know that the month before I found out I was actually pregnant, I had gone through a chemical pregnancy. And I posted videos about that if you're curious about what that is. So I had a chemical pregnancy the month before. And so when we actually got the positive test this time, I was super extremely happy, me and my partner. But as far as any pregnancy symptoms, I didn't really have any pregnancy symptoms at all, to be honest. My morning sickness didn't really kick in until around 6 or 7 weeks. So other than that, I just felt great. I was super excited. The third question is, how old was I when I found out I was pregnant? So I was 27 years old when I found out that I was pregnant with my second one. With my first baby, I was 26 years old when I found out that I was pregnant. Okay, question number 4 is how did you tell your partner? Well, my partner was with me when I took the pregnancy test, so we both found out at the same time. Okay, question number 5 is did you wait 3 months to tell people, why or why not? So we did not wait 3 months to tell people. Me and my husband get really excited. We planned our first baby as well, so as soon as we found out we were pregnant, we just started telling people. We honestly just couldn't contain ourselves. I know you're supposed to wait. We told each other we should wait, and then within like a week, everybody that we love and care about knew that we were expecting. The same thing happened with the second pregnancy. I told everybody pretty much right away, and so did he. But as far as like announcing it on Facebook or on social media, I, for some reason, I feel a little awkward like announcing it. I don't know why, but I just do. So I don't really like say it like, hey everybody, I'm pregnant, I'm expecting. Like I don't do anything like that, or like post like a big picture, or post like a big picture or anything that says like expecting, or I don't like to make it like super obvious. So with my first pregnancy, I just posted a photo when I was literally like 6 months pregnant or something. I was already 6 months pregnant. And I just posted a photo with my sisters, and we were actually out for my youngest sister's 21st birthday party. So of course we were all taking photos, and I just posted a picture, and people obviously saw that I was pregnant. With my second baby, we already knew we were pregnant, and actually did like a cute little photo, like a Christmas card. So my little boy was the only one in the photo, and we put like a little like Christmas list in the background that said like what he wanted for Christmas, and the last thing was baby brother or sister, and at the very bottom of that we put baby number 2 coming July 2019. So it was very subtle. I didn't like say anything in the comments about it. A few people saw the sign in the background of that photo, but a lot of people didn't. And so as like times went on, obviously like I posted other photos of myself just out and about with my family, and people have hit me up like, hey, are you pregnant? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pregnant. Like I don't mind telling people if they ask me, but I just for some reason feel weird just like throwing it out there like, everybody, I'm pregnant. I don't know, it's weird for me, so I haven't done that. Okay, question number 6 is this your first baby? No, it's not. This is my second pregnancy, second child. Question number 7 is, do you want more? We do want more. So we had this planned, obviously. I told you guys we planned the kids. So we wanted to have 2 first, and then sort of back to back, or as close as possible. And then we want to wait about 5 years, and then we will decide if we're ready to have 2 more, if we even want 2 more, whatever. We're going to decide that in about 5 years. But right now the plan is to have 2 more. The only reason we might not is because I wound up having really bad severe morning sickness, and of course like I was not expecting that at all. None of my family has ever had severe morning sickness the way I did, so I didn't expect that. And I'm telling you, like, it's like just feels like you're dying like the first whole trimester. So that would be the only factor. But right now, like, once the morning sickness is over, it becomes easier to say I definitely want 2 more. So I'm not sure. Question number 8 is, what is your biggest craving? Right now, my biggest craving is ice cream. Chocolate ice cream specifically. Question number 9 is, what's the best part of being pregnant? For me, I said this is my first pregnancy, and I totally think this is the best part again in my second pregnancy. But pretty much once the baby starts kicking and moving, I think it makes everything feel more real, and it's there, and like I start feeling more like I'm able to bond with the baby more and connect, and it's really, I just love it. I love feeling the baby kick. I love feeling the baby move. The other thing I really, really liked in my first pregnancy was when the baby would get hiccups. I thought it was the cutest thing, because I didn't know what it was at first. So when I found out, I fell in love with that. I thought it was super cute. So hopefully the second baby will get hiccups too, because it's super cute. Okay, so number 10 is, what's the worst part of being pregnant? For me, the worst part of being pregnant is morning sickness. Feels like you're dying. I hate it. Number 11 is, will you find out the gender? What do you prefer? We are not finding out the gender. We didn't find out the gender with my first pregnancy either. We just liked that we just like the idea of being surprised. With my first pregnancy, it was the best part of my whole labor and delivery, even though I wound up having a C-section. It was the best part of that whole experience. So we decided to do that again. And as far as what I prefer, I go back and forth, but I do want a girl just because I want to experience that. And I know that, we're going to wait 5 years. So for me, it's like, it would be so fun to have a little girl to play with and play with her hair and like play makeup and dress up and all that stuff. But I also totally don't mind having another boy, just so that my son right now will have his little like partner in crime, homie for life. It would be cute to watch them playing together. But I don't really prefer one or the other, but they both have good things coming. Okay, question number 12 is, do you have names picked out and what are the stories behind them? So when I first got pregnant, me and my husband were like completely undecided on what to name the baby, if it wanted to be a boy or a girl. But we have narrowed it down so far to 2 different names for a boy and 2 different names for a girl. We don't really have like any crazy story behind the names. Except one of the names for the girl we were thinking of, would pretty much, the idea for that name came from me wanting to name my baby after my grandma on my dad's side. So it stemmed from that, but it wouldn't be the exact same name. And we actually found the names from just like looking online and in like baby books. Like we just kept looking through all these different names, and we finally settled on 2 for a boy and 2 for a girl. Okay, number 13 is, what's your birth plan? So originally I really wanted to have a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after C-section. My first pregnancy, I really wanted to have an all-natural birth and everything, but of course that just did not happen. We wound up having an emergency C-section. But since time's gone on, thinking about everything and remembering like my labor and how I wound up having to have an emergency C-section with my first, I just got so much anxiety over it. So I decided to go ahead and just do the C-section again. The other thing that made me decide to do the repeat C-section was the fact that my doctor that did my first C-section and everything, he has a strict policy of once a C-section, always a C-section. And I really didn't want to have to go find another doctor, because if I did have to have another C-section, I didn't want it to be a different doctor doing the C-section. So I would prefer it to be the same doctor. So I just decided, you know what? Let's just be safe. I don't want to be put through like an emergency C-section with a different doctor. Like, I really like the way my whole healing process and everything went with my first doctor. Everything was perfect. So we decided to go ahead and just stay with our doctor, and we have it planned. We actually have the C-section planned for 4th of July, which it just happens to be an exact week before my due date, which is what he likes to do. Is he likes to schedule a C-section the week before your due date. So that's my birth plan right now. Question number 14 is, will you breastfeed? Yes, I will. I breastfed my son up until he was 14 months old, and then I stopped. And the only reason I stopped was because I got pregnant again. And anybody that's been pregnant knows that your nipples get very sensitive. And so for me, it was super painful for some reason. And I guess that doesn't happen to everybody, but it was just completely painful. I was dreading it, and so we stopped. But thankfully and luckily for us, it wasn't too hard. He cried really crazy the first night, and the second night it was a lot less. He only woke up like once or twice, and then by the 3rd night he was fine. Now we just like watch little videos on TV, and he knocks out to that. Question number 15 is, do you plan to work or be a stay-at-home mom? I will be a stay-at-home mom. I do want to find some kind of work that I can do from home, part-time. Me and my husband had decided when we were planning for our first baby, we already knew like I wanted to stay, or we both wanted me to stay home with the kids. And of course, if I could find a job working from home, that would be ideal. So right now I'm actually in school studying, so I'm almost done with that. I'm supposed to be done by this summer. And I mean, as long as that goes I can pretty much start working. I want to do accounting. That's what I'm going to school for. So if I can open up my own small accounting business from home, that would be perfect. Okay, question number 16. Will you make your own baby food? I'd love to make my own baby food. We actually have a whole little kit that we bought from Target where you can puree your own veggies and fruits or whatever. We didn't wind up using it too much because we got it right when I got pregnant again. So of course I wound up getting the severe morning sickness. So we used it for a couple weeks, and then my husband works all the time, so he doesn't really want to like spend the couple hours that it takes to like meal prep for the week and everything. So we stopped doing it, and I probably will start doing it maybe again. Maybe not, only because the baby's my kid that's already here, he eats whatever we eat now, so he doesn't really need pureed food right now. But I might start doing it just because now that I'm reading that, I'm like remembering that we have that kit and everything. But the plan will be to make our own food. Question number 17 is, do you have nursery ideas or themes? We do not have any nursery ideas or themes. We actually live in a studio apartment, so there's like no like separate room for the babies. We're all in the same room pretty much. We just have like a separate kitchen and a separate hallway with a bathroom at the end. So yeah, we don't have too much room for nursery ideas or themes. And because we didn't find out the gender with our first, and we're not find out the gender with this baby, we did everything super gender neutral. So I mean, there's like not much room to like tell everybody like buy everything animal style or buy everything blue or pink or anything. So no, there's no nursery themes. Okay, well, that was the end of the pregnancy tag. I did want to let you guys know I did find this pregnancy tag from a YouTube user named Sandra Pilarska. I'll put her name down on the bottom in case anybody's wondering or curious about her. But yeah, that was cool. I do want to say that I know I've said this before in like one of my other videos, that I really want to do the like old wives' tales, like different gender revealing like things that they used to do back in the old days to try to figure out what they were having, since we aren't doing like the ultrasound and all that. So I do want to do that video. I'm trying to get my husband to do it with me, so I'm just pretty much waiting on him and like waiting for there to be like a good date to actually do it together. So that's what I'm waiting on. Hopefully I can do that on my next video. But other than that, if you have any questions or comments, please post them below, and of course don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to keep following. And hopefully I will see you guys all again next video, hopefully coming up next week. All right, thank you guys. Bye.